All right, let's do this. Whether or not there are people here, I'm gonna do it anyway. So, this is a new medium that I'm working with. It's called Eco Casting Resin, which kind of reminds me of like plaster of Paris. So let's open the package. So it's supposed to, according to the package, it's a lot less toxic from what I've done for my research than two-part epoxy. All you're doing is mixing room temperature water with this particular the powder. Let's get the gloves on, because as I'm squeezing the package, hey there, good morning, welcome. So I am trying a new medium, and I see that there's two people here, but whoever the other person is has not said hi, which is fine. Not everybody has to participate. So I got this new medium. It kind of reminds plaster of Paris, but it is a resin. So is this like white pottery substance that you just mix with water? And this is the first time I'm working with it, so I'll show you what it looks like on the inside. That's what it looks like on the inside. And it says it is a 10 to 3 by weight. So 10 powder to 3 weight. I had to kind of like peruse through the instructions, and the kit comes with the measuring cup. I do have a scale, as you can see there. And so they say 1,000 grams of powder, you'll need 300 milliliters of room temperature water. And then it says to put the water into the container first. Pour in casting powder while stirring, and stir to mix into a milky state. It will turn purple after stirring evenly. Okay, that's a plus. So let's see. And then, of course, on the package, it says it takes approximately 25 to 30 minutes for me to be allowed to unmold it. So essentially what we're going to go through is you guys can watch me fumble through this, and then we will unmold it, I guess, on camera. So it's super fast to cure. So I went ahead and I grabbed a little bit of water, or well, not a little bit, but I grabbed some water because I knew I needed it. And we're going to use this round mold. And so in the kit, you get this scoop to scoop the powder out. And then, where'd it go? And then you get, I'm assuming this is probably a paint palette. Because it's made out of like hard plastic, I wouldn't use this as a mold. And then you get a paintbrush, 2 paintbrushes, and some, it looks like probably acrylic paint or watercolor paint. I'm not going to use that. I will keep the paintbrushes and the palette. We'll see what I end up deciding to do. But I know that what I wanted to do is to color so in the research that I've done with this particular product, um, you can, after it has, like, you have to buy a specific kind of seal to put on it after it has fully cured, and where you can actually put in um lighted tea lights in, say, if I have a candle holder, I can do that. Also, you can make it into a like aromatherapy diffuser. So if I don't seal it, you can take your aromatherapy oils and then put a few drops and turn it into a diffuser. But so that's neither here nor there. I thought that was pretty interesting. And so it's supposed to be safer than two part epoxy resin. And then there's also the fact that there is no smell. So what I'm going to do though is I'm going to use my chameleon powders to paint onto the bottom of the mold. Now I just need to pick the color. So you can, it essentially works the same as regular epoxy resin. It's just that the colors, I believe, will probably come out a bit muted if you were to say put your coloring into the resin itself. So I am going to use this chameleon powder here, and I'm going to paint it onto the bottom of the mold, and then we'll mix up the resin because there is that uh, shorter working time. So this will take a little bit to do. And I'm glad that you came. I know that Sundays are a lot harder for everybody, so I didn't really expect a whole lot of people to show up. So I appreciate that you're here. And I have been exhausted over the last so many days. I've had nonstop doctor's appointments. Although next week, I think I only have one, which is a plus. Essentially, so like this week and then the third week of June, I basically will have no appointments. The third week of June is because my husband is having surgery and we have to go up to Oklahoma City for his surgery. So, um, so I am doing this. And I have been in a flare. I don't know if it ever really stopped since January when I had surgery. So yeah. And then of course I am going to be picking the winner for my giveaway tomorrow, and possibly later on today I'm going to post another video for The last giveaway for the month of May. So I'm just trying to make sure that we get up on the sides. Oh, nice. I can see all of the chameleon powder flying everywhere. Um, and of course, I don't have a napkin, which I need. I will be right back. I'm going to grab a couple of paper towels. Oh, that's always the last thing I forget is the paper towels. Because I want to be able to wipe down my brush. Okay. So we're gonna put this away. I have it in a Ziploc because in the off chance that I didn't get the lid on good enough, the powder doesn't get everywhere. And that's the last thing we need. All right. So now I've got the mold all prettied up. It's blue and you kind of see like purple. So it's that shifting color. We'll see how it transfers over to the resin. So this is my measuring cup and turn it on. I need to switch it to grams. All right. So we're going to open the scoop. Messy. Just as messy as regular resin. Of course, it doesn't help that I got shaky hands. But I'm going to measure out 100 grams. So that means I should need 30 milliliters of water. I believe. Oop. Too much. All right. My cats, I can hear them running around in the background. So they have been following around since I woke up this morning a few hours earlier. So they and the thing is they have food in their bowl because I have an automatic feeder for them. So it's not like they don't have anything to eat. It's just they want treats and they know how to get them, which is usually by giving me the stare down. Okay. I think that's right. It keeps like fluctuating between 99 and 100, but um I think we're okay. All right. So, let me just double check the conversion. Okay, so that means I should need 30 milliliters of water. Um, which, I mean, that's not a lot of water, but let's see. Let's see how it all works out. It's kind of like baking. You want to make sure you have your measurements right or it won't work out properly. So, I think I'm working this backwards, but that's all right. All right. So now I'm going to be stirring this up. Make sure I get all down in the crevices. Let's see if it actually turns purple when we're mixed up well. So you can see what it looks like. Yeah, that sounds like my cats. Both of my cats. So Yoda, like you guys know, she's my alpha cat, and so she's the one that will do the shouting. And she will not stop until you give her what she wants. Um, what a mess. And so that's what she's been doing. And then so since she knows that her sister will do all the shouting at me or my husband until she gets what she wants, our other cat, Ash, whenever she hears her start to meow, she will come running because she knows that Yoda is probably going to get what she wants. And so she will come running out of whatever hole she's hiding in because that's what she's like very skittish. She was a feral cat and we got her when she was close to 1. And so for her, even though we've had her for quite some time, she is still having a hard time adjusting to life. I mean it is what it is. So but yeah, and we spoil them and that's fine. Treats aren't super expensive. We usually get them at the Dollar General or Dollar Tree. Oh, and so we found out, or I found out, that Daiso opened up here in Oklahoma. So they have a location in OKC. And so what is it? So we went up there on Friday, and of course, I dropped a lot of money in there, even though it's supposed to be a dollar store, a Japanese dollar store. What I did find is that there was a bunch of yarn. They sell yarn. I didn't buy any, but um, I'm like, yeah, you need to rearrange everything and start consolidating and whatever. Put your stash away before you order any more yarn because you have some shoved under your bed, which I do. So yeah, I did not, I stayed away and I did not grab any yarn because they had some really nice yarn, Japanese brand yarn. So okay, let's see if this is enough. I'm hoping it's enough. If it's not, it's not. So there's a lump on my table because there's like some dried resin there. So let's not put it there. We're going to put it right here. Well, get this out of the way. Okay, here's to, let's see. Okay, so it says it's milky, a milky state. So here goes nothing. All right, so that's that. We're gonna, I think I got it pretty much filled all the way. Now, let's, aw, how cute. Yeah, so Yoda, she is like 7 or 8 years old, and Ash, I think, is maybe 6. Hey, Sally. So we got Yoda first, and she was a feral. She actually, her mom was a feral, and my aunt, what she likes to feed the cats in her area, and so she knew that Mama Cat was pregnant and gave birth to, I think it was maybe 6 kittens, and so Yoda was the only female. And so my aunt had brought the cats to Thanksgiving dinner several years back, and said, if you want a kitten, take a kitten, because we're going to be taking the cats to the Humane Society. And so we didn't have any cats. My cat, um, Oreo, had passed away a couple of years previous, and so at that point, we weren't decided whether or not we were going to get a cat. And the boys, of course, were like, we want one of the cats. We want one of the cats. So we got her. And of course, we thought when we were bringing her home that was going to be this like huge hullabaloo, because most cats or kittens are super scared when you bring them into a new environment, but not Yoda. Yoda is like, really, this is my house now. So um that's how she was. And then a couple of years later we were like, oh well, maybe we should get Yoda a friend, and that's how Ash came into our lives. They had an adoption event at the local Petco. We were looking at all the cats and we saw Ash, and she's a super, super sweet little kitten. And although she was also a feral, we don't know what happened to her and why she was so skittish, because she does not like it when you're petting her back. She like is constantly looking to see what you're doing, even to this day, even though she's been living with us for over 5 years. and she doesn't like it when you pick her up. The only person in our house that she likes having her pick her up is my oldest son, and even that is kind of touch and go. And then if you make any sort of sudden move, she will take off like a bullet. And so yeah, that's Ash. Um, all right, well, it looks like it might be um, curing. So I'm gonna find one more mold, and let's fill that one. I'm gonna do a little bit bigger one. So since we're talking about our cats, I have this trinket jar, whatever you want to call it, and it's a kitty paw jar. So what I'm gonna do is let's do this. I'm going to do two different processes. We're going to first let's color in the toe beans and the foot pad with some of the cleaning powder. I'm gonna use like a more pinky purple color. I think I have one. Let's see. And we'll see if I can actually unmold the at least that coaster there by the time the live is over in about give or take 30 minutes. Because it says 20 to 30 minutes to demold. So we shall see. Okay, so I'm gonna do this color, this plum color for the toe beans and the foot pad. And then what I'm gonna do, let's see, because I have those paints. I don't know if I want to use that. So we're going to paint this in here. It's probably boring for you guys, isn't it? I've been wanting to work on my crochet hooks, but I have been so exhausted. This last week has been all nonstop doctor's appointments. And then on Friday, I threw my back out. So I've been walking funny because my back hurts so bad. I can barely stand up straight, unfortunately. Um, I don't know what I did, but yeah, not fun. Good, I'm glad. I've always feel like, this is, I don't know. I guess, crafting is crafting, right? Regardless if it's crochet or if it's resin or if it's whatever. So, cause like I still have, um, those crocheted flowers that I got from, uh, Maria like a year ago. And so I want to be able to put that in something, and I have yet to figure out what I want to put them in because of all the amazing work she did. I wanted to be able to showcase it. And so I was thinking, well, what could I do? And so the other day it popped into my head, maybe I could make a crochet hook and put the crocheted flower and make it a part of the, the part that I was putting resin around. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I mean, why not? Okay. So that's good, I think. Oh, you've got a little bit spots that are missing. And then the other day too, I saw, oh, I can imagine. It's kind of like here in Oklahoma. So we live in a rural area as well. We have cattle farms that like basically surround us. Doesn't smell very nice if the wind is blowing a particular direction. And you can like smell the barnyard smell, for lack of a better term, when the wind is blowing a particular way. Um, and so, um, of course, a lot of some of my son's friends also live on a farm. And so they like one of his friends that he went to a birthday party to, they had like 13 or 14 uh, barn cats. And so obviously they stay all outside, and their job is to make sure all the critters stay away. And so, but of course, my son's like, I want to get that many cats. I'm like, this house cannot handle that many cats. It's already hard enough for me to keep up with two. Uh, we are thinking about getting a third, but when that will happen will be determined on how quickly I can get my button gear with reorganizing everything. So I'm hoping that will start next week. Okay, so let's get another cup. And oh, not quite. That's not good. Hopefully that will be okay, because it just broke. So let's get the scale again and turn it on. And I'm going to weigh out. We'll do 1,000 grams this time, since I need to fill up both the top, this top here, and then the jar part. So I'm gonna do the lid first and see where we are with that. Maybe I want to do, let's do just 100. Let's see how far that gets me with the lid first. Okay. Oh my gosh. That's definitely a lot of cats. plus the dogs inside, definitely. So I can totally see why you say that that is enough. So, all right, we are going to measure out another 30 milliliters. Okay, I'm gonna move this. Okay, let's stir this around. So this is what it looks like right now. And then I think I've gotten it all. We're gonna pour it into the lid. All right. And I know this is not gonna be enough for this, but let's work quickly and I will mix up another 100 grams. So I'm going to move this here and we'll get this. If that will actually unmold at the end, I will be extremely excited. Yeah, the humane system, so we have the animal control and then we have the humane society here. The humane society is a no-kill shelter. And so what they do is they will take in animals from, say, shelters, from, other areas that are nearby, that may be, up for euthanasia, and rescue them. And they will hold on to them until they get adopted, whether they said, even if it's, a long time or a short time. And so, which is nice. I respect that. And uh and then if you use the humane or the animal control, I don't know how they handle that. I'm assuming that's just a situation where people lose their pets or find stray pets, or stray animals. That's how it gets taken care of. So I don't know why this one is so thick. But I don't blame you. That's how my aunt is. She has so she lives in a 2-bedroom townhome. It's maybe about 800 square feet, and she has 5 cats. And all of them, she took care of them when they were strays, and then I guess she just brought them in. And so, um, hopefully this is okay because it didn't have quite the same consistency as my other pours. But we shall see in a bit. Um, as I'm like, it's like flopping everywhere. Um, all right, so there's that. Let's see, how long has it been? It's like maybe, oh, no, I bet it's broken now. And I'm wondering if I make just a little bit more, if that'll fix the problem. Because it feels like it's cured, but it broke. So let's do this again. It's like everywhere. Oh, okay. So conclusion, I do like this if it works out the way it says it will. But it is just as messy as 2-part epoxy. It's just that it's a different kind of messy. It's all dusty. Okay, so let's do 20. Okay. No, that's not gonna work. Let's do the 100 again. Hey, Suzanne. Thanks for being here. So this is a new medium of resin that I'm working on with, and we're seeing how well I can make anything with, or if it's just all gonna go right in the garbage. But I'm having fun, and that's what matters. So it's a powder, and I am going to see if we can fill up this tray and fix the cracks that are in it. Just a little bit more. Okay, so we're at 100. Now we just need 30 milliliters of water. And I do have more water. What I need is another popsicle stick. Where did they go? Oh, okay. Popsicle stick. Yeah, popsicle stick. I have like popsicle sticks everywhere. All right, so that looks like it's actually 30 milliliters of water. So let's go ahead and mix this. And Now it's like really stiff, which is really strange. Do you guys see that? The consistency of it is really weird. All right, we're gonna add I added another 30. Just because I can't even stir it, so I don't know what the deal is. Because it's a clean cup and clean popsicle stick, and yet it was really clumping up on me. Okay, so it should be this milky consistency according to the instructions. And since that one cracked, we're going to pour another layer of this resin over it. So I'll show you how it cracked. It cracked. So, I can kind of see that it's purple, but it is not, it does not turn purple at all, like the instruction says. So I'm going to pour this in here so we can get it up a little bit more. And then, yeah, that's it. So they're still soft. Do I have anything else? Here, let's do this. I've got this one too. Yeah. This is all new to me, so you guys are on this ride with me. So we shall see how it comes out. I have my napkin. Let me clean off my scale. Because otherwise it's got like white powder all over it. And I've got white powder all over me. But at least it's not like resin, the two-part stuff. Because when it gets on you, it gets on you. All right, so we're about 9 minutes away-ish from wrapping up. Shall we do a giveaway? Did I say that? I know there's only 5 of us here, although I know not everybody is participating, but that's okay. I might just do a and for those of you who voted on the next crochet hooks and the stickers for my members, thank you so much. I'm going to be probably placing an order either tomorrow or Tuesday, and then I'll probably sit down. I'll try tomorrow, and we'll make some. I'm gonna make some crochet hooks, and see how everything turns out. Because I've got like all these ideas in my head. Oh, and I will show you. Did I show you guys? No, I didn't. So okay, so that hook from my last live, if you guys remember, the hook was. This is it. It was flipping up from the mold, and I was not happy with it. And so this is, I'm gonna demold it. I'm gonna unmold it. You guys can watch. Um, so this is it, and it is still flexible. So that means, okay. So actually that works in my favor because I did not like the way it turned out. I mean, that is not good. Um, what I can do is I'll probably use my sanding tool, and I'm going to get this out of the uncured resin. Yes, it did. Thank you so much. I meant to say something, but it just totally slipped my mind. Yes, it arrived fantastic. I think I got it on Friday. Um, it it's funny because so we have like so we have a front door which has like the two steps at it, and then we have this door that goes into our garage, and our mail carrier is always confused as to where to leave it. They will sometimes leave it at the door that goes into our garage, or sometimes leave it at the, in front of the garage, or it will leave it they will leave it um at the door that goes out to our stoop. And so we had gone to Daiso in OKC, where I spent too much money. And then what is it? Then we came home like late afternoon. And when we came home, there was a pile of packages sitting at my front door. And my husband is, what is all of that? What did you order? I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. No idea what you're talking about. So anyhow, yeah, I I didn't expect everything to come all at once, because usually what I can do is when I do order some things like from Amazon or whatever, uh it just kind of, it's usually spread out. And since we live, I believe Amazon has a distribution center, I think, in OKC. And so um sometimes when we order things, they come usually the next day. And so usually I can catch them before my husband sees exactly what I've ordered, because I'm in the process of gathering up all of like these containers and whatnot to reorganize this crafting area along with my kitchen. And so I've got like all of these like bins and nice spice jars and everything. And then um they're like scattered in my kitchen because I haven't gotten a chance to really get into reorganize everything, because what I want to do is I want to share it with everybody, to explain to people what it's like for somebody like me who, is disabled, and um trying to be able, having the ability or not the ability to get through an entire day of organizing stuff, or you've moved and you want to organize things, and the fact that some days are easier than others and all that stuff. So yeah, that's essentially what I'm planning on doing. And I figure if it's interesting to people, then it's interesting to people. If it's not, then it's not a big deal. I'm doing it for myself to say, okay, just because this is the basis of my channel, is that somebody has a chronic illness and is disabled, I want everybody to feel like they're welcome on my channel, whether or not you love yarn and crochet, or you love to do arts and crafts. You are more than welcome to be a part of my channel. And we can talk about whatever you want to talk about as far as that goes. And I don't stop anybody. And some days are cruddier than others. And yeah. So anyhow, that's my plan, is to share with you guys what it's like to be me. And hopefully that helps you guys um, know that it's okay. That even if you only do a little bit, that's all right for the day. So anyhow, I know there's only a couple people left, and that's fine. Um, yeah, I get that, because it's kind of like you don't have the energy to do it, even though like in your head you're like, I have to do XYZ, or I should do this and this. Maybe you only do this, and then it's like, oh, I didn't do everything I wanted, or then you get too tired, or whatever it is. So I totally understand what it's like, and it can be rough because you get, yeah, good. It's rough. So, and that's the thing that I've been having a tough time with, as far as um cleaning up and trying to organize. I look at what I want to do, and I look at it and I think to myself, okay, do it. And then you're like, oh my God, I don't know if I can, because I'm feeling really overwhelmed. So I told myself, okay, so we're going to get through this week, because school finished on Wednesday. And then next week, um, we're going to pick one small area in your house, in my house, and we're going to clean that up. Whether it's going through the process of keep, donate, throw away. And that's the other thing, is if when I'm going through my stash, that will be the same thought process, is keep, or donate, or put into mystery boxes. So I'll be making some mystery boxes that I'll post up on my page. I'm debating on whether I should post it somewhere else, but anyway, that's the idea. And then that will get me through my stash, and then I can reorganize things. So yeah. So okay, so what I did was I just peeled all the resin off of this crochet hook so that I can reuse it. It's a little bent, but I can bend it back. So we're gonna reuse this guy right here. So I'm just gonna stick it in my cup here. Okay. So let me see. All right. So this feels like it is. We're going to try and take this one out. I don't know if this one is ready. I mean, it feels like it is because it's hard, but I'm going to just start with something small. So here goes nothing, guys. And it's probably a little bit messy because of the chameleon powders, but that's all right. So here goes nothing. Okay, so it's all right. It looks like it's a little like marbly looking. It's not exactly what I thought it would come out looking like, but I'm actually kind of happy with that. It looks unique. Because okay, so when you do two-part epoxy resin, usually when you peel it out, you should not usually don't have any powder like residue in your mold still. It leaves it behind. So, but I'm not happy about this, because it kind of reminds me of a cat with that marbly like look, and you still get that shiny shimmer of the chameleon powders. So yeah, I think that's a success. Um, let me see. Let's see if this will come out without it coming apart. So I'm just gonna slowly move this off. So this is why I wanted to do this on camera with you guys, because it said you can unmold it between 20 and 30 minutes after you decant it. But it still will take 2 hours to fully cure. So I knew that I would be able to at least unmold one or two things depending on what I decided to do. Oh, I love that. Wow, yeah, that I would put some kids to work too. So yeah, so this is the trinket part where you can put whatever you want. And then this is the lid. I love it. So I think it came out fantastic. I am in love with this. And it has this very like ceramic feel, but wow. Yeah. I think if I were to like maybe make a little bit of cover or color in here, it would be even better. So yeah, it says like you can use sandpaper to sand down the edges, but I think it came out fantastic. It fits, the line is really nice. I am so happy with this. Now let's see. Is this fixed? So it's that big round coaster, and I had colored it blue, with some blue. Oh no, it's still cracked, but that's all right. So this is how it came out. So I'm like, okay, so what do I need to do different next time? So I can see on the side the line where I poured in the new resin. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take this and we are going to put this in here because I know it's still wet because it's getting all over my hands. Thank goodness for gloves, right? And I am going to, let's see if we can do this. Even though it looks like it's breaking into a billion pieces, but let's see what I can do, because I do this sometimes when I'm like, oh, too much. Okay. So one thing I learned, while I do like the way the chameleon powders came out on the items, they aren't necessarily the greatest thing to work with for this. And that's fine. Because you guys are learning this with me. And then it's very, very finicky when it comes to temperature, just like regular two-part epoxy resin. So we shall see if this will self-heal in the next couple of hours since I managed to get it back in the mold. Okay, so I'm going to, hey Jan. So I like the way the color came out on this, the kitty paw jar, a lot. So I'm gonna put on some new gloves And let's see if I can unmold the heart. Although I have a feeling it might still be wet. But first, actually, let me check the resin that is in. Yes, always a learning curve. And you guys are learning with me. Um, as I make a massive mess, because I can see the powder everywhere from the circle that I just molded. But that's all right. All right, so I'm putting on some new gloves. I'm gonna check on the resin that I have left over in my cup and see where we're at. Okay, so it looks like it's hard. This is leftover in my cup. So let's see how the heart came out that I poured. This one here. Because I think what I could do with this one, because I didn't put any color or anything in it, is if it comes out okay, it can be dusted with some chameleon powders. But let's see if it will come out in one piece first. And it did. Oh, I like that. Kind of reminds me of snow. All right. I'll have to clean up a little bit after I'm done. All right, so I'm good. This is the last thing I'm going to do, and then I am going to let you guys go because I know you guys have other better things to do. Then watch this nonsense with me. So I'm going to pick something. So I know that I have something that'll work with that, I believe. Okay, this one. So this is, it says it's Galaxy, so it's got like purples and blues in it. And I'm going to take my brush and we're going to just kind of, whoop, I'm just gonna lightly brush it. And work that in. I'll show you guys what it looks like. Just a second. And then what I would do though with this is if I had the proper sealant, I would would essentially put a uh, clear coat on this, and then I would clear coat it. Or because otherwise I believe the powder will probably end up on your fingers and you don't want that. So I have to go and find the clear coat so that it can be used on this. So now let's see, we're a little heavier here. What I need to do is bring some Q-tips with me. So that the color can be kind of evened out. But you can kind of see the shimmer. Well, I can see it. It doesn't show up on camera quite well. But I am really happy with the way this came out. Maybe let's do this. I know, right? That's exactly what I was thinking at first. It's a heart-shaped rice cake, but I like this coloring on it. So I think, okay, so this is lessons learned with from this situation. Um, or yeah, it does. It does have a rice cake texture. So here are the lessons learned. Number one, probably not a good idea to put the mica powder directly on the mold, because while I do like the way that this came out, it kind of smushed the everything everywhere. So it's because it's this watery texture. um I think number two, um working in smaller batches is definitely a plus, and not doing it in such a huge mold is the best. So that's that. All right, so I'm going to wrap it up. I appreciate everybody that came. I really do like doing this with you guys, even though, even when on days that I feel cruddy, this is a lot of fun for me. And so it makes me super happy to see all of you guys. And usually doing arts and crafts like this helps me with my anxiety too. I am I'm going to try with a capital T, to post something new for the last May giveaway. If I don't do it today, I will definitely do it tomorrow. And then it will probably be posted in as a short, and then I will be drawing the winner for last week's giveaway tomorrow as well. That will be posted as a separate video. And then I will schedule another live when? Maybe on Wednesday. Because tomorrow will be too close together. And then um maybe we'll do a crochet hook. Okay? So yes, you too. And yes, prayers for all the veterans lost. And I hope you guys enjoy your long weekend. And take care. Keep an eye out. I will definitely, be trying to post something within the next couple of days, if not today. So until then, I will see you guys at the next live. And at that live, I'm hoping to will maybe be able to give something away. Because yeah, why not? But I'm starting to lose my voice, so I better get going. So I will see you guys later. Bye.